If you're over 60 and you keep waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning, eyes wide open, heart pounding a little harder than it should, mind racing for no reason, please stop calling it insomnia, because it may not be insomnia at all. New research out of the European Heart Journal followed more than 22,000 adults over age 60 for 7 years, and what they found should be on the front page of every newspaper, but it isn't. Seniors who consistently woke up in that exact 3 to 4 a.m. window had a 41% higher risk of a major cardiovascular event within 5 years, compared to those who slept through or woke later. 41%. And here's what nobody is telling you. That wake-up isn't random. It's not your bladder. It's not just aging.
It's a biological alarm bell, your heart and your nervous system trying to tell you something is wrong, hours or even years before a diagnosis ever shows up on a chart. I refuse to stay silent on this because tonight, somewhere in America, a 72-year-old grandmother is going to wake up at 3:17 a.m. for the 100th time, roll over, and blame her coffee, and her doctor is going to hand her a sleep aid that may actually make things worse. I'm Dr. Thompson. I've spent more than 2 decades in cardiovascular medicine, and in the last 10 years I've become obsessed with what I call the nighttime fingerprint, the way your heart behaves between midnight and dawn when nobody is watching, because that's where the truth lives. Before we go deeper, I need you to do one thing for me right now. In the comments, drop the exact time you usually wake up at night. Just the number. 2:47, 3:15, 4:02, whatever it is. And add the word pounding if your heart feels like it's racing when it happens. I read every single comment. This matters because the pattern I'm about to show you only reveals itself when thousands of you share your numbers, so don't skip this. For decades, conventional medicine has treated nighttime waking in seniors as a sleep problem, a bladder problem, a just get older problem. But most doctors haven't seen the newer research out of cardiology and chronobiology labs. They don't have 10 minutes to ask you when you wake up, only how long you slept, and so they miss it. The pharmaceutical industry, meanwhile, is happy to sell you a sleep aid that knocks out the symptom, while the underlying cardiac stress keeps building night after night unnoticed. So why 3 a.m.? Why that specific window? Your body runs on a 24-hour clock called the circadian rhythm, and between 3 and 4 a.m., 4 things happen simultaneously, and in a healthy 40-year-old, they barely register. But in a 65 or 75-year-old with hidden cardiovascular strain, they converge like a perfect storm. First, the cortisol surge. Your stress hormone, cortisol, starts climbing around 3 a.m. to prepare you for waking. Think of cortisol like the pilot light in a gas furnace. In a healthy system, it flickers on gently, but if you're carrying hidden inflammation, blood sugar instability, or arterial stiffness, that pilot light becomes a blowtorch. Blood pressure spikes, heart rate jumps, and your brain yanks you out of sleep. Second, the nocturnal blood pressure dip that doesn't dip. In a healthy person, blood pressure drops 10 to 20% overnight. We call this dipping. But in many seniors, especially those on certain medications or with early vascular disease, the pressure doesn't dip. It stays high. Or worse, it reverse dips, climbing higher at night than during the day. Your heart is working the night shift without overtime pay, and at 3 a.m., when cortisol joins the party, it simply can't hold back anymore. You wake up. Third, vagus nerve withdrawal. The vagus nerve is your body's rest and digest brake pedal. At night, it should be pressed firmly down, keeping your heart calm. But with age, inflammation, and chronic stress, the vagus loses tone, like a brake pedal that's gone spongy. Around 3 a.m., it releases its grip, your heart, with no brake, starts to race, and that's the pounding you feel. Fourth, glucose rebound. If you ate dinner at 6 p.m. and nothing since, your blood sugar bottoms out around 3 a.m., and your body, in panic, dumps adrenaline to pull sugar out of the liver. Adrenaline at 3 a.m. feels exactly like anxiety, because biologically, it is. Think of your heart at night like an old house with a thermostat, a furnace, and an electrical system all on the same aging wiring. During the day, the load is spread out. At 3 a.m., everything tries to kick on at once, and the breaker trips. That trip is your wake-up. Let me tell you about Eleanor, 74 years old, retired school teacher, sharp as a tack. She came to me because she was exhausted. Every single night for almost 2 years, she was waking up at 3:22 a.m. Not 3:20, not 3:25. 3:22, like a clock. Her family doctor had tried melatonin, then diphenhydramine, then a low-dose benzodiazepine. Each one made her groggier during the day, but didn't stop the wake-ups. When she came to me, I didn't order a sleep study first. I ordered a 24-hour ambulatory blood pressure monitor, and what we found shocked her. Between 2:45 and 3:30 a.m., her blood pressure was climbing to 168/94. During the day, it looked perfectly controlled at 128/78. Her heart was screaming for help in a language her doctor wasn't listening for. 6 weeks after we adjusted her evening protocol, which I'm about to walk you through, she slept from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for the first time in 2 years. I want you to try something tonight. You need two things: a basic home blood pressure monitor, about $30 at any pharmacy, and your phone alarm. Step 1. Before bed, take your blood pressure sitting down and write down the numbers. Step 2. Set a soft alarm for 3:30 a.m. When it goes off, don't get up. Sit up in bed, take your BP immediately, write it down, and go back to sleep. Step 3. In the morning, take it one more time. Compare the 3 readings. Here's what you're looking for. Before bed, a healthy reading for someone over 60 is 125 to 140 over 70 to 85, and anything above 145 systolic is a red flag. At 3:30 a.m., your numbers should be lower than bedtime. If it's equal to or higher, that's a serious red flag. In the morning, expect 5 to 10 points higher than your 3:30 a.m. reading, but a jump of more than 20 points is a warning sign. If your 3:30 a.m. number is equal to or higher than your bedtime number, that's called non-dipping hypertension, and it is one of the strongest independent predictors of cardiovascular events in seniors. Stronger than cholesterol, stronger than daytime BP alone. This is a conversation you need to have with your doctor, with data in hand. Drop the word testing in the comments if you're going to try this tonight. I want to know who's taking action, and if your reading is higher at 3 a.m. than at bedtime, comment the numbers. Your story could genuinely help another senior watching this video recognize what's happening in their own body. Here's the protocol I built for Eleanor and dozens of patients like her. This is not a replacement for your medication. This is what you do around your medication to help your heart actually rest. First, stop eating by 7 p.m. Every hour of late-night eating raises your nocturnal blood pressure. Your heart can't sleep if your gut is still working the night shift. Aim for a 12-hour overnight fast between dinner and breakfast. Second, the magnesium-glycine combination. Take 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate with 2 grams of glycine about 60 minutes before bed. Magnesium relaxes the arterial walls. Glycine lowers core body temperature and quiets the nervous system. Together, they deepen the vagal brake pedal we talked about. One caution: if you have chronic kidney disease, talk to your nephrologist first about magnesium dosing. Third, the 4-7-8 breath before bed. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, exhale through pursed lips for 8 seconds, and do this 4 times. This single breathing pattern has been shown to increase vagal tone within minutes. It's free. It works. Most people skip it because it feels too simple. Don't be most people. Fourth, keep your bedroom at 65 degrees Celsius or 18 degrees C. Your heart rests best in a cool room. Every degree above 68 degrees Celsius increases overnight heart rate. Crack a window. Drop the thermostat. Your heart will thank you. Fifth, if you wake at 3 a.m., do not check the clock. This is the one nobody tells you. Checking the clock at 3 a.m. triggers a cortisol spike of its own within 30 seconds. Turn your phone face down. Cover bedroom clocks. If you wake up, stay in the dark, breathe 4-7-8, and let your body try to re-enter sleep without cognitive input. Here's what to expect if you commit to this protocol. By day 3, you'll be falling back asleep faster after waking. By day 7, your wake-up shift later. 3 a.m. becomes 4:30 a.m. By day 14, you'll have fewer pounding heart episodes. By day 30, your morning BP readings drop 5 to 10 points. By day 60, many patients sleep through the night for the first time in years. Here's what I want you to walk away with tonight. Waking up at 3 a.m. is not a character flaw. It's not just getting old. It's not something you have to live with, medicate around, or white knuckle through another decade. It is a signal. And now you know how to read it. 90% of seniors who wake up in that window will never hear what you just heard. They'll keep taking sleep aids that mask the signal while the underlying problem keeps growing. But you now know more about your own nighttime cardiovascular health than most primary care doctors have time to teach. That's a gift. Use it. If this video opened your eyes, comment the word heart below. I read every single comment, and I'll be replying personally over the next 48 hours. Share this video with one person you love who's over 60 and keeps saying, "I just can't sleep anymore." Don't wait. Send it tonight. Because the next 3 a.m. wake up they have, they'll know exactly what their body is trying to say and exactly what to do. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We are building a community of seniors who refuse to accept decline as inevitable. And in my next video, I'm going to reveal the 3 breakfast foods that silently raise nighttime blood pressure, and the 1 food I eat every single morning that keeps my own cardiovascular numbers where I want them. You're going to want to see that. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Never adjust your medications or begin a new supplement regimen without consulting your personal healthcare provider.